we're going to see what happens with this idea. It popped into my head about, I don't know, 15 minutes ago. I want to see what this does. As always, 100% cotton t-shirt that's been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun out until it's just damp. I've already turned it inside out, since this will be ice dyed. I've got a small little clamp here, and we're going to start with just picking a direction to go and doing a section of accordion and then spiral off of that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick a diagonal just because. Do it roughly in the center. I'm doing this at about, I don't know, half an inch or so. I'm not sure how many to start with. I'm going to go ahead and do 5, I think. I'm going to clamp this down. And I'm going to spiral off of this. Okay, I'm going to take the clamp off. I'm going to do 2 sets of forceps. We're going to spiral off of that. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and work on the spiral and see how that turns out. Alright, let's flip that over. Correct these to the center. Yeah, I'm trying to make these roughly equal. Alright, go with that. Let's see what happens. Off to dye. For this, I'm using Sea Green from Grateful Dyes, Winter Green from Fabric Dye Company, Viridian Blue from Grateful Dyes, Seashell Blue from Grateful Dyes, Marine Blue from Grateful Dyes, Midnight Sky from Fabric Dye Company, and Aged Wine from Fabric Dye Company. We're going to use all the colors except for the aged wine on this side, and then flip and just apply only the aged wine lightly on this side after the ice melts through on the first side. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright, let that sit and melt through, and then we'll flip it and do that aged wine on the other side. Ice is mostly melted through, almost completely. Looking at it, I probably should have alternated between the greens and the blues instead of going in sequence of basically saturation or darkness. But it is what it is, so we'll go ahead and flip it over. Flip it over, add some soda ash, add the aged wine dye, ice it, and let it sit for probably about 18 hours, and then it'll be time for the washout. We'll let that melt. It's been about 36 hours. Let's go ahead and get this out. Let's go throw this in the wash, and we can take a final look at this. Okay, here's the front. Here's the back. And it's not staying over, so we'll just ignore that. It's not what I thought would happen. I really should have alternated between the blues and the greens instead of doing the colors in order. I think it would have looked better with the alternating colors. I might do this style of design again, doing that, just to see what happens. I also don't think that enough of the wine came through, so there's a lot less of that on that part. I mean, I do like the contrast of the wine color with the greens and the blues. I think it actually works. And the design is definitely different. I mean, it's this... It's an oval spiral, right? I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm pretty sure this is an oval spiral, which is something I've actually tried quite a few times in the past. Never done a video on it. Just wanted to see if I could do an oval spiral and didn't even consider doing this. I was doing all these convoluted things. Probably should have gone center mass instead of up here off to the side. I think it would have showed up better. I'm definitely going to try this again. I don't know when I'm going to publish this video in relation to trying this again in another way. But leave your comments and suggestions below. If nothing else, it could become a third video or something off of it if I already work on another before publishing this. I think this would be an interesting method to go with, to see what could come from this. So until next time, thanks for watching.